We back? We back. See. Trying to connect to the new live stream. Do 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 do. Do do do. Okay, are we back? We're back. Sorry about that. My internet ISP has just been shitting the bed periodically. I don't know why it did it this time. Usually it's been doing it around 3 a.m. Today it did it at 4:45 p.m. So, how y'all holding up? I'm fucking angry. Like it's really
Hey,
difficult.
it got me to press the button over here. So yay.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Penny Auntie. Thank you for hitting the subscribe button. Are they bringing fiber in your area? Are they upgrading to fiber in your area? I have fiber. It should be fine. God damn it. No, my internet shat itself. We're back. We're back. I'm sorry, guys. Nothing kills momentum quite like that. It's so cool. I love it so much. I love when we lose 75% of the viewers. It's my favorite. We'll pick up where we left off, but I'm need to get over being absolutely furious. That being said, folks, perfect time for me to say, if you're enjoying what you're seeing here, please hit the follow button, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. It's really important that you hit that like button, and also consider sharing the stream around, because the more eyeballs that view me, the stronger I grow, like some kind of eldritch monstrosity. Patrick Lucas, thank you for the gifted membership. And folks, please consider supporting the show financially. Patrick Lucas, thank you for being one of the first people to support the stream today. This new stream today. And Penny Auntie, thank you for being the first person to support the stream this stream today. I'm part of the 25%. I feel the thunder of our commune. Jack, people will come back. I know, it's just frustrating. It's frustrating because, like, I can see the analytics in real time and see, like, oh, people over the course of 3 hours, we got to 400. And we'll get there again. It's just going to take another 4 hours. Pika Hudsonia Unflocked. Thank you for being a member. Don't forget to hit that like button. True, we got a song. Haven't played it yet this year. There you go. Go, go, go. Click the button. Click the button. Click the button. Click the goddamn button. Click the button. Click the button. Click the button. Click the goddamn button. Click the button. Click the button. Click the button. Click the goddamn button. Click the button. Click the button. Click the button. Click the goddamn button. Click the button. Click the button. Click the button. Click the goddamn button. Click the button. Click the button. Click the is low-key kind of fire. All credit goes to Jazz Dog for the remix. I thought I missed the end of stream. Is this a second stream? It is a second stream because my internet cut out for all of like 30 seconds. I don't know why. Lazia, thank you for the $5 super chat. Appreciated. And oh god, we still have so much to cover. Mm, okay. Also, I feel like it's time to set up a new incentive. A new incentive system. You know, you guys, it's been a while since we did some incentives for you know, monetary compensation. I feel like it's time to bring something back. And you know what? When we hit 500 subs, I'll cover the video What If Alt Hist put out about why he thinks the Unabomber was cool. I think you guys might enjoy that one. There you go. Did we ever get around to the Dono Goal reward? We did! It was really great. What if Alt Hist is just so tedious? I mean, yes and no. But also, I'm open to other wackadoo nonsense people if you want to add them to our roster of characters. Because I do have... I also have... We could do a deep dive on Why Are You Gay?
Before we get
Yiannopoulos
deep back into
explains.
things, I was hoping to ask again about the video discussing that most farmers are rich and white, and that they just use profit loss to offset taxes.
Yeah, you know, why are you gay? We have the Tucker Carlson version of the "Why are you gay?" meme. So, anyway, we do have other options. I just thought the Unabomber one was one that you guys really vibed with last time. No! Despicable person! No! God. I don't know that I have the strength to do that one. We'll go back to it later. All right. Also, Media Breakdown, thank you for the $10 super chat. Before we get back deep into things, I was hoping to ask again about the video discussing most farmers are rich and white. Yes, someone in chat, maybe about a month or two ago, asked, or I was talking about farmers and farming, and one of you sent me a video of a farmer who I think was black talking about like the finances of like white farmers by and large, and how there's a difference between being poor and being broke, right? And the difference is that like a lot of farmers are poor but they're not broke, i.e. they have assets worth millions of dollars.
You're all the incentive I need, Jack. Also, we never did that after school channel.
We absolutely did that after school channel, Sam and Moose. It's actually a segment on YouTube right now. But thank you for the 5 tier 1 subs. We didn't do the one you sent me, but we did do their most viewed video. OMG, I missed content. You did, but it's up on the YouTube channel. Any more Star Trek fan projects? We have one more. But do any of you remember the video in question? What? Y'all are not helping me. Oh, Nethercat. There we go. Farming while beige. Yeah, that difference between house poor and broke. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Yeah, here we go. Found it. There you go, media breakdown. There's the link to the very specific video we used. Shout out to Farming While Beige, by the way. Seemed like a cool dude. Go subscribe. Tina too. Thank you very much for the raid. Welcome, folks. Welcome, welcome. Is he real? Is he a real guy? I think so. Hello, Zyros. Okay, I'm gonna go use the bathroom real quick. And when I get back, I'm gonna use that time to just kind of reset a little bit. And when I return, we will continue on with this press conference, and we'll wrap that up and talk about where things are going to go from here vis-a-vis Maduro and our justice system and the Trump administration. It's going to be fucking nuts. 20 minutes Sam Cedar poop time. It's not going to be 20 minutes. I just need to like get up and stretch my legs. Might be a couple songs. But I added some new songs to the list, so and I think you guys will like them. All right. BRB.
I don't want your millions, mister. I don't want your diamond ring. All I want is the right to live, mister. Give me back my job again. Now I don't want your Rolls Royce, mister. I don't want your pleasure yacht. All I want's just food for my baby. Give to me my old job back. We worked to build this country, mister, while you enjoyed a life of ease. You've stolen all that we built, mister. Now our children starve and freeze. So I don't want your millions, mister. I don't want
right to live, mister. Give me back my job again.
Think me dumb if you wish, mister. Call me green or blue or red. This one thing I sure know, mister, my hungry babies must be fed. Take the two old parties, mister, no difference in them I can see, but with a farmer-labor party, we could set the people free. So I don't want your millions, mister. I don't want your diamond ring. All I want is the right to live, mister. Give me back my job again.
How many Mozarts are born among the poor, taken by hunger or by disease or war? Where is the music that we might have heard if fortune was to say they should stay? How many live and die and never know their worth, toiling in darkness by an accident of birth? And can we truly hope for justice on this earth someday? We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. Sing that again, keep going. How many Mozarts born among the poor, taken by hunger, by disease or war? Where is the music that we might have heard if fortune was to say they should stay? How many live and die and never know their worth, toiling in darkness by an accident of birth? Can we truly hope for justice on this earth someday? Some born in hunger become prisoners of need. Some born in privilege become prisoners of greed. When will the people, and I mean all of us, be freed to find a way to say we shall live in peace? We shall live in peace. We shall live in peace someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. And as we teeter on the brink of war again, and build our monuments to vain, ambitious men who talk about the road to peace. I wonder when on earth will they lead that way. And as power is passed to the most fortunate of sons, who spend their genius making money, making guns, will there be peace and justice for the humblest ones someday? Ah, but deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday, and we'll walk hand in hand someday, and we shall live in peace some way.
Hurts to listen to today. It should, you know, if it does hurt, let that hurt fuel you, you know? Like, it might hurt, but it's a reminder that we will win. Kevin Dolan writes, President King Trump for 2028. Man, you guys just love riding his dick. Like, it's crazy. You like spread your cheeks, insert the dick all the way up your asshole, and just take it. It's crazy. Like, I don't understand what motivates you. And like, I just, it's wild. Just sitting on that dude's lap. No one is as gay as straight male conservatives are gay for Trump. It's true. It's wild. Like, you've seen like straight girls call like their boyfriend's daddy, but you've never seen a conservative man call Donald Trump daddy with the same with anywhere remotely the level of lust that like a straight girl will use for her boyfriend,
Hey,
because
I
it's
love
just
watching you. I was thinking
exponentially
about a
more.
new political party. Yep, I wish you a nice live stream. Yep.
Well, if you do launch a new political party, I wish you the best of luck. Is the US a Fallout Raider stealing shit? Yes. But not even as cool as a Fallout Raider. Also, I subbed to Chairs. Thank you for the gifted subs. I very much... I subbed to Empty Chairs. Thank you very much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 subs. Thank you very much. And Zyros, thank you for subscribing as well. That brings us up to 15. There we go. Oh no, not third-party stuff again. You guys know I'm not inherently opposed to third parties or third-party action. The main thing is people who are like, we only, like, third parties are the only thing we can do. And like, then they do nothing, and then they just like wait for an election, and then like 2 weeks out from the election they're like, we should start a third party, I'm not going to vote for anyone. That's the shit that drives me insane. Like, if you believe in a third party like that you want to build, do it. Get like-minded people together, and when it becomes viable, I'll be interested. But until it's viable, not interested. I don't get on board that every 4-year Jill Stein train. Yeah, DSA and Working Families parties are effective, but also DSA and the Working Families Party generally operate within the Democratic Party while building up their base of support. If they ever became viable as like the Democratic Party just disintegrated into infighting, and then the DSA rose from the ashes, then like, yeah, I'd support that. But that's not what's happening. At least not yet. Okay. So, folks. How y'all doing? Before we get into it. You guys ready to jump back into it again? I hope you guys like the new worker-oriented music that I added to the playlist. Did you see the protest in Michigan? No. I think they're gonna go for Cuba. I don't think they're gonna go for Cuba. Hey, Real Dasa. Speaking of DSA, my chapter just forgave $1,500,000 worth of medical debt. We're pretty small. Hell yeah. I love that you don't use YouTuber voice. Yeah, I don't really like YouTuber voice. I find it extraordinarily grating and irritating. The affect bothers me. I think if I had to do YouTuber voice, I would be extraordinarily unhappy. Your hair is very shiny today. Thank you. Rubio said Cuba is next. Rubio told Cuba to watch their back, essentially. What's YouTuber voice? You know YouTuber voice. Watch any of like the major YouTubers. Hi, everybody. It's me, Riverboat Jack. I'm here to talk to you about politics. And boy, let me tell you, we're going to have fun today. Like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that ever. That makes me want to put a bullet in my head. I'm not going to do that either. But, like, damn. Even doing that for, like, 5 seconds. Greetings from a German Marxist comrade. Fuck yeah. Love it. Please stop. Yeah, look, I don't think you guys would like me. That's YouTuber voice. Yeah, that's YouTuber voice. I think it's designed to appeal to children who have very low attention spans. Yeah, Mr. Beast orbiters. Yeah. That wasn't YouTuber voice. You do YouTuber voice though. Blah. That's I associate YouTuber voice with just blah sounds. And I hate it. Maybe customer service voice is more me. Yes. What would you like to talk about today? Let me help you with that. You would like to know more about the United States president removing Nicolas Maduro from power? Well, let's look at that a little bit, shall we? I'm glad I could be helpful today. Thank you for your time. Getting Uncanny Valley here. Look, you guys keep asking me to do different silly voices. Now do BBC newscaster. Okay, I think I got it. Oi, Governor! Today we're gonna talk about The news. That's my chip chip cheerio. There we go. Nailed it. And of course, we have to do our traditional sign off here at the BBC. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiroo. We've brought you a newscast from our house to you. uh, God. God. Never in a million years would I ever have expected that voice. Is that the UK is now canonically just chimney sweeps? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. 100%. NPR voice? And that's why we are going to do an in-depth look today at the history of the sewing needle and its journey from humble pine needle all the way to the hypodermic needles that we find day to day in hospitals all across the country. We want to remind you that this is all brought to you by ExxonMobil, our partners in news. This is all things considered. Oh God, do Ezra Klein next? And I think that's why we all have to be really careful when we talk about making things better for people in this country. Because it's vitally important that we don't forget that there are rich people out there who need love and attention and regulation cuts just like you or I. And if that means, in some cases, that we need to create shoddy places for people to live next to highways where they inhale smog and pollution, maybe that's something we need to consider. Okay. Can this just be the rest of stream? No, I can't. It can't. Oh, fuck. I should have said granular. I should have said granular. We need to get really granular about this issue. Because often people just take an overarching view of the situation, and we really need to boil it down to a more granular approach where we can understand sometimes things that seem bad can be good. And it's vitally important to understand that sometimes, while regime change might be bad in a broad sense, occasionally it can be good. I hate this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so glad I found you. You educate me and do these shenanigans. I'm at your service. Did you miss the actual context stream? No. We're gonna be going back to doing the rest of part 2 of what's going on in Venezuela. Oh, did I? No. We have to finish the mission. Please do the Jordan Peterson voice. Fine, it's the last one. So, I would like to make it known that the number one thing you can do to improve your life is to clean your room and then just fill it with steaks. Fill it with nothing but steaks and eggs and butter. Just bathe in it. Bathe in it on a daily basis. Because when you do that, you will be able to understand any kind of high-stakes endeavor. You yourself will understand the secrets of any kind of high-level negotiation. You will be filled with the protein that will allow you to fight off any addiction. Your immune system will be compromised and then grow stronger. You will be able to take the load, the ultimate load. Anyway, I'm dying. It's completely unrelated to all of the steaks I've eaten, but I'm dying. Let it be the last act on this world for us to fight the international cabal of milkmen. Or rather, the harlots of the East who wish to milk our men. For they are the true dragons of chaos. Buckos. Do you think Zoran can do anything about Maduro once he's in New York City? I don't think so. God. An entire generation of milked men! We must fight! To stop them from being milked! I've seen videos! God, okay. What has been milked cannot be unmilked. The milked men. Did he see those videos? Genuinely, I have no idea. I have no idea how he came across a screenshot of like a Japanese milking fetish video and thought that it was a real thing that China was doing. What are the top tier? What are the top tier Jordan Peterson moments for sure? These emoji unlocks are worth the join? Hell yeah. Alright. Before we jump back into this, one last time, folks, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, hit that, become a member, drop those subs, donos, memberships, super chats, etc. Because we are working towards our goal. Here we go. Go, go, go. Click the button, click the button. Click the button, click the goddamn button. Click the button, click the button. Click the button, click the goddamn button. Click the button, click the button. Click the button, click the goddamn button. Click the button, click the button. Click the button, click the goddamn button. Click the button, click the button. Click the button, click the goddamn button. Click the button, click the button. Click the button, click the goddamn button. Click the button, click the button. Click the button, click the goddamn button. Click the button, click the button. Click the button, click the goddamn button. Click Oh, all right. Here we go. Okay. Do. All right. That song is not as cool as the last Riverboat Jack theme. Well, it's not the Riverboat Jack theme song, it's just the click the button song. All right, here we go. All right, so we had a little bit of an internet snafu. We're back. Let's jump back right into the press conference. You know, they're taking questions, and they kidnapped Nicolas Maduro. Let's check it out.
Not gonna, but just a little while ago, she had a long conversation with Marco, and she said, "We'll do whatever you need." I think she was quite gracious, but she really doesn't have a choice.
Yeah, she doesn't have a choice, because what is effectively happening here is, you know, diplomacy by gun. Like, we have a gigantic gun aimed at the capital of Venezuela, and if they don't do what we tell them to, they're gonna get shot. Essentially, like, we have the world's largest aircraft carrier sitting off their coast, and if they don't do what we say, well, that new president of Venezuela is gonna get killed. That's what he's saying, right?
We're going to have this done right. We're not going to just do this with Maduro, then leave like everybody else, leave and say, let it go to hell. If we just left, it has zero chance of ever coming back. We'll run it properly. We'll run it professionally. We'll have the greatest oil companies in the world going and invest billions.
Like, again, if anyone has ever heard the term banana republic, that's literally what this is. He's talking about turning Venezuela into a banana republic. Into essentially just a front for oil companies to do whatever the fuck they want with it. That's it. Full stop. The entire premise here is, we went in, we removed their government, and now we run it, and if you don't run it the way we want, i.e., in the best interest of our oil companies, you're gone.
Billions and billions of dollars, and take out money, use that money in Venezuela, and the biggest beneficiary are going to be the people of Venezuela. And also, I can't stress this strongly enough, the people that got thrown out of Venezuela that are now in the United States, and frankly, some want to stay and some probably want to go back, yeah.
Again, the profits of the oil companies are not going to benefit the vast majority of people who live in Venezuela, and certainly not the people who currently live in the United States. I guess unless they are oil executives.
In the country, and were any of the detained Americans?
Well, right now they're very protected because nobody's going to mess with us. They're very protected. The people of, and we let them know that you better not touch one of them.
Are you concerned that bad elements of the Maduro regime will remain in place?
Well, we know who they are. We're on them, and they're acting much differently now than they would have acted 2 days ago. Okay, wait, behind you, please.
Mr. President, why is running a country in South America America first?
Well, I think it is because we want to surround ourselves with good neighbors. We want to surround ourselves with stability.
Man, it's so, okay. I'm so angry. I've just been so angry for like 24 hours. So the entire purpose of programs like US aid, for example, where we sent out tons and tons of money around the world in order to prevent people from starving to death, in order to get people the medical intervention they needed to live and thrive and survive. That was also money spent to stabilize different regions of the world and to facilitate goodwill towards America. Because hey, guess what? Generally, people who didn't starve to death because your country intervened to prevent their starvation, that produces a lot of goodwill, you know? And the cuts to US aid are going to result in over 10 million people dying. Mostly children, by the way. And it was cut because it was viewed as not necessary spending. But when the, fostering good neighbors argument is in service of, launching $100 billion into a military operation to do regime change, well, suddenly that's worthwhile. Saving, 10 million, 14 million, 15 million people by expending a minimal amount of money, that's just a bridge too far. But if you put it into things that can explode and kill people, well, now we're talking. It's so frustrating to hear him say, well, it's really America first to foster the stability of the United States and to get good neighbors, while he shits on and destroys the programs that actually do that. Aneurysm, yeah.
We want to surround ourselves with energy. We have tremendous energy in that country. It's very important that we protect it. We need that for ourselves. We need that for the world. And we want to make sure we can protect it. Yes, sir. Please, go ahead.
Yeah, is there a message here for Cuba and Diaz-Canel?
Well, Cuba's an interesting case. Cuba is, not doing very well right now. That system has not been a very good one for Cuba. The people there have suffered for many, many years. And I think Cuba is going to be something we'll end up talking about, because Cuba is a failing nation right now, very badly failing nation. And we want to help the people. It's very similar in the sense that we want to help the people in Cuba, but we want to also help the people that were forced out of Cuba and living in this country. Do you want to say something about that, Marco, please?
Well, I mean, I just gave you a statement a few minutes ago about, when the president speaks, you should take him seriously. So suffice it to say, Cuba is a disaster. It's run by incompetent, senile men, and in some cases, not senile, but incompetent nonetheless. There has no
Yeah, who would ever have a country run by incompetent, old, senile fools? Oh god, the framing of this! The framing of this shot, this is cinema! This is cinema! Look at him! Just... while Donald Trump just looms behind him. Oh my god! Dude! How can you do comedy about this? Like, it just is comedy. That's fucking wild. He's saying that with Donald Trump standing, like, just inches from him. It's crazy.
no economy. It's in total collapse. And by the way, they were, all of the guards that helped protect Maduro, this is well known, their whole spy agency, all that were full of Cubans. I mean, it's amazing. This poor island took over Venezuela in some cases. One of the biggest problems the Venezuelans have is they have to declare independence from Cuba, that tried to basically colonize it from a security standpoint. So, yeah, look, if I lived in Havana and I was in the government, I'd be...
Yes. The dastardly Cuban military, always projecting their military might into Venezuela.
concerned, at least a little bit.
Yeah, look, the United States is doing colonialism on Venezuela right now so that our oil companies can get even wealthier. But the real colonizers are Cuba. Okay.
Well, the president already announced a week ago that anything that's sanctioned, it's sanctioned oil, it's not going to be allowed to get there. So that's a pre-existing.
The answer is yes. Yes.
Opposition leader Machado, and have you been in contact with her?
No, we haven't. No, we haven't.
Mr. President.
Mr. President, on Monday.
Oh, I think it would be very tough for her to be the leader. She doesn't have the support within or the respect within the country. She's a very nice woman, but she doesn't have the respect to be the
Mr.
leader.
President, is it possible?
Now, I know earlier in chat there was someone who was talking about how great Machado was going to be as the leader of Venezuela under the Trump regime. It's not going to be Machado.
Why do these two keep tag teaming? It's like Trump needs a cool down before he answers more questions.
Yeah, Donovan, he's sleepy, he's tiredy. Okay, like he can't do a full press conference by himself. Yeah, so the Venezuelan woman who won the Nobel Peace Prize, who was angling to be installed as the new leader of Venezuela, is not going to be the leader of Venezuela. That's just that they aren't going to do that. They don't think that's good, and they don't want her in charge. Now, I also think that there is a decent chance here that part of what's happening is related to the fact that, and by the way, even Fox News is trying to push Machado as like a potential successor here. Oh, she has the support of 70% of the country. And like, the fact that Donald Trump just stepped in and was just like, nah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. That's interesting to me because I don't know who else they would put in. Like, he's talked about a group going in, and let me pull something up here. Where is it? Excuse me. Where is the piece? Here, while I look for it, let's finish this up.
The U.S. ends up administrating Venezuela for years,
Well, it won't cost us anything because the money coming out of the ground is very substantial, so it's not going to cost us anything. We want safety there. We want to be surrounded by countries that aren't housing all of our enemies all over the world. That's what that was happening, and you don't want to have that. But we're going to be rebuilding, and we're not spending money. The oil companies are going to go in. They're going to spend money. We're going to take back the oil that, frankly, we should have taken back a long time ago. A lot of money is coming out of the ground. We're going to get reimbursed for all of that. We're going to get reimbursed for everything that we spend. So it's going to.
Oh, so we're just going to loot the country. Cool. Cool.
It's going to be a very important. This is a very big evening that took place last night. We have to be surrounded by safe, secure countries. And we also have to have energy. Very important. We have to have energy that's real energy, not where they're getting 4% and 5% of the energy out of the ground. You take a look. It was such a disaster. So what's going to happen with Venezuela, I think, over the next period of a year, is going to be a great thing, and the people of Venezuela will be the biggest beneficiaries.
Now, one thing I do want to talk about here is that there is an article here from the Wall Street Journal from earlier today talking about the finance industry eyeing investment opportunities. It has not even been 24 hours. It has not even been 24 hours, and they are already trying to send people there to take over the country. So some on Wall Street are already considering possible investment opportunities in Venezuela following the capture of Nicolas Maduro, according to Charles Myers, chairman of consulting firm Signum Global Advisors and a former head of investment advisory firm Evercore. Myers said in an interview he's planning a trip to Venezuela with top officials from top hedge funds and asset managers to determine whether there are investment prospects in the country under new leadership. The trip will feature about 20 officials from the finance, energy, and defense sectors, among others, Myers said. The tentative plan is for the group to travel to Venezuela in March and meet with the new government, including the new president, finance minister, energy minister, economy minister, head of the central bank, and the Caracas Stock Exchange. Myers didn't provide a list of individuals who are planning to travel to the country. He estimates that there will be between 500 billion and 750 billion in investment opportunities in the country for foreign investors over the next 5 years. Quote, there is a huge amount of interest in Venezuela reconstruction opportunities, and it will bounce back faster as it is in our hemisphere, and the new government will be predicated on welcoming foreign direct investment from day one. That's so interesting, isn't it? And part of me wonders, is this the group? Is this the group that they're talking about? Is Charles Myers' group here the group that is effectively going to run Venezuela? Because it's pretty bizarre to me that less than 1 day has passed and these hedge fund managers from several different disparate industries are all saying, yes, we've got a group of 20 of us who are ready to go. We've got an entire plan scheduled out here, and we're going to meet with the head of every major part of the Venezuelan economy in order to, like, do these investments. This seems extraordinarily premeditated. And I do want to point out something about Charles Myers. Charles Myers is, well, a major Democratic donor. Here he is in a post. I don't know exactly from when. Besides Buttigieg, Myers has had John Hickenlooper, the ex-governor of Colorado, and Jay Inslee, Washington's governor, drop by his office for what he calls policy lunches. He says the idea isn't to get them to go easy on Wall Street. What he really wants is to resist what he sees as the party's socialist tilt while fighting Trump. Quote, I don't feel embarrassed at all, unquote, says Myers, who is vice chairman of Evercore Inc. before he started Signum Global Advisors, which does policy research for finance firms. That is a pretty interesting thing, isn't it? Also, welcome No Justice MTG Raiders. Come on in. Make yourselves comfy cozy. Do-do. Can I post? Yeah, here you go. Here's the Wall Street Journal piece. That is much too long of a link. My God. There we go. Boop. 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 There you go. You're very welcome. And Patrick Lucas, thank you for gifting a membership. I very much appreciate the support. Howdy, Nadia Yvette. Haven't been here in so long. We're glad to have you back, Zelrex. All right. Finish this.
Military. Mr. President, thank you. What did you last speak to Maduro about when you spoke? And is the
Well,
US
I don't want to get
war
into
with
the
Venezuela?
conversations, but I did have conversations with him, and I said, you got to surrender. And I actually thought he was pretty close to doing so, but now he wished he did, yeah.
You said that Maduro is responsible for drug trafficking. You recently pardoned the former president of Honduras who was convicted of many drug trafficking. Can you explain how these two situations are different?
Also, Charles Myers apparently was a major supporter for Andrew Cuomo. Yeah. Interesting stuff going on here. With Charles Myers. He seems to pop up a lot behind the scenes of a lot of politics.
Would you ever pardon Maduro?
I endorsed, as you know, the winning president, the man who won in Honduras. I endorsed the man who won in Chile. I endorsed the man who won in Argentina. And we are doing very well with that whole group. What the man that I pardoned was, if you could equate it to us, he was treated like the Biden administration treated a man named Trump. That didn't work out too well for them. This was a man who was persecuted very unfairly. He was the head of the country. He was persecuted very unfairly. And there are a number of them. And we felt that it was a very unfair situation that happened to him. He's also a party member of the man who won. So obviously the people liked what I did.
Oh, just another interesting thing. Just throwing this out there about Charles Myers. Top Dem donor says it's wishful thinking that Biden will quit race despite appalling debate. Yeah, any notion that Biden is going to step aside now is wishful thinking. Wall Street veteran Charles Myers, also a top bundler for the 2024 campaign, told the Post. How interesting.
And one of the reasons that was done is because of the fact that the party in power felt very strongly that that man was treated very badly. I studied it very quickly, and then I studied it in great detail. I went to a lot of the people standing behind me, and they felt that that man was persecuted and treated very badly. That's why I gave him a pardon.
You referenced boots on the ground earlier. Can you just sort of button this up? Do you envision the U.S. military having a presence in Venezuela as the U.S. runs that country?
No, we're going to have a presence in Venezuela as it pertains to oil, because we have to have, we're sending our expertise in.
Because we have to have the oil. Like, oh my God, dude. We're going to have boots on the ground in Venezuela so we can loot their oil. That's literally what he's saying over and over and over again, because we got to have their oil, got to have it. Can't do without it, gotta have it.
So you may need something, not very much. But no, we're going to be taking out a tremendous amount of wealth out of the ground. And that wealth is going to the people of Venezuela and people from outside of Venezuela that used to be in Venezuela. And it goes also to the United States of America.
Dude, I just can't. What he's describing here is, well, the wealth will go to the people of Venezuela, but then they'll owe us for all of the investment that we did, and they'll have to then give the money that they got to us, and then we'll have the money. Like, he's just describing a conveyor belt to give of stealing, of looting. Very honest, if nothing else. I don't think it's on purpose. I think it's because his brain is mush.
America in the form of reimbursement for the damages caused us by that country. So I want to thank you all very much. Thank you. Do you have one? Yes, please. You were so nice before. I'm going to give you the final question. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr.
Unless
President.
it's a bad question, in
It's
which
about
case
Putin.
I'll go one word. It's about who?
It's about Putin, if you want.
About Putin. Well, that's always nice to talk about Putin.
You had a phone call with him
Yeah.
on Monday. Did he talk at all about Maduro? Did y'all talk about this?
No, we didn't.
And
We
then-
never spoke about Maduro.
Are you mad at him right now? I mean, there's this
I'm not
intelligence.
thrilled with Putin. I'm not thrilled with Putin. He's killing too many people. I thought that would be so. I settled 8 1/4 war. You know what the 1/4 was? Thailand and Cambodia. I did it again. They broke out, and I did it in about 5 hours, and I settled it. I'm giving myself 1/4, so I'm up to now 8 1/4. In other words, I settled the war, but then they broke out. They had a pretty bad breakout over the last 4 days. I got them to go back to peace. So I
8 1/4 wars.
only give 1/4. I thought the easiest one would be, one of the easier ones would be Russia, Ukraine. It's not. And they both have done some pretty bad things. And look, that's Biden's war. That's not my war. But I want to stop the lives. Did you see where last month, 30,000, it was 27,000 the month before. 30,000, mostly soldiers, were killed this last month. 30,000. I want to stop that. You know, I got NATO to pay 5% instead of the 2% that they weren't paying. They weren't paying 2, now they pay 5. And we send them a lot of munitions. We send them a lot of things, missiles and various other things, a lot. And they pay. The United States is not losing money. We're probably making money on that. It's the last thing I care about. I just want to stop all those people. We're losing 25, 30,000 human beings. They come from 2 places that are very far away. But if I can stop, because it's something I've been pretty good at doing, deals, I guess. It's all a deal. Life is a big deal. But if I can stop that war and stop 30,000 young people, in addition to the fact that people are being killed in Kiev, people are being killed in other cities throughout, a much smaller number, but they're being killed, viciously killed. So I'm not happy about it. I thought that would be something that would get solved. We have Mr. Witkoff here. I think that we're making progress, but that's a war that should have never happened. If I were president, it would have never happened. Putin says it. Everybody says it.
Well, if Putin says it, it must be true. This baby brain dipshit.
If I were president, that would have never happened. But I inherited that war. That was Joe Biden, Zelensky, and Putin. I came into the situation.
It was Joe Biden, Zelensky, and Putin. And I'm just an innocent bystander here. There's nothing I could do. I said I would solve it day one, but there's nothing I can do, folks. There's just nothing I can do. I'm a helpless little defenseless baby who just kidnapped a global leader. And there's nothing I can do about this one, though. I'm super strong, but also I'm weak and delicate like a baby.
And it's a mess. And I will say this, I watched an operation last night that was so precise, that was so brilliant. I mean, it was incredible. If we had our people, like this general and our people involved, that war would not have gone on very long, that I can tell you.
Yes, it's true. If we went to war with Russia, that war would not be very long. That is true. That would not be a very long war, but not for the reasons he seems to think.
That war, to use an old term, that war has become a bloodbath, and we want it to get stopped. Thank you very much, everybody.
God, it's truly incredible to watch, and I wanted to throw this up here because I mean it's fascinating. Here is what the Situation Room looked like as these men watched the conflict unfold last night. Now, you might notice a few key details here, like the fact that they're very clearly just in Mar-a-Lago and they have sheets put up over rafters in order to make it look like they have a clandestine location. That you might notice the fact that they're sitting on chairs that appear to be spray painted gold. You might notice the fact that like Donald Trump is just kind of sitting over here by himself looking bored. Like he wants to ask Marco Rubio if there are games on his phone. Marco is looking like he actually understands the gravity of the situation and is trying to keep all of the shit from leaking out of his colon. You might notice the fact that Pete Hegseth is like hunched over the world's smallest laptop. And you might also notice that potentially the laptop screen here is being mirrored onto this like big TV, and it kind of just looks like someone's posting on Twitter. Like it's one of the most insane Situation Room pictures I've ever seen in my life. And you can see like the rest of the room behind the curtain here. Like this is not a secure location. They're running one of the most dangerous operations to remove a world leader from power that the United States has undertaken in a long while, and they're doing it from like his goddamn dining room while looking at Twitter. This is insane. There's just no other word for it, really. And here is JD Vance in the aftermath of this attack. PSA for everyone saying this was illegal. Maduro has multiple indictments in the United States for narco-terrorism. You don't get to avoid justice for drug trafficking in the United States because you live in a palace in Caracas. And here's a billionaire, Jared Isaacman, who you might not have heard of before, because he was one of the good billionaires, saying, spot on, VP, because there are no good billionaires. And I don't know. Does that mean if Iran charges Donald Trump with a crime, they can send like a spec ops team to the White House? Does that mean if like I don't know, like can China just abduct the leader of Taiwan? Like what? Where does it stop? And you all know that this doesn't go both ways. This isn't justice. This isn't equitable. This isn't fair. This is just a raw, unadulterated power being exercised on the global stage. And also, it is in fact illegal for the President of the United States to unilaterally send US military into another country without consulting Congress, without getting authorization from Congress. This is an act of war. If we killed the head of a foreign nation and were like had a level of military power on par with them, they would try and fight us. This is an act of war. You think like what? You think like the leader of Carthage could just walk into Rome and assassinate like the Roman like dictator? No. That without consequence? No. God. Ay, ay, ay. Now let's take a look here. What are the reactions within Venezuela about this? PBS actually had people on the ground asking.
Earlier this afternoon, I spoke to feature story news reporter Mary Trini Mina in Venezuela's capital, Caracas. Thank you so much for joining us. We are speaking a few hours before our show airs. It's been an extraordinary day in Venezuela today. What has it been like on the ground?
Well, Venezuelans woke up hearing loud sounds rumbling across the city. It was complex situations from early hours. It began at 1:50 local time. It lasted for about 45 minutes. I personally heard planes, airplanes, and these detonations that kept happening for about 45 minutes. It was a difficult situation, very complex, with a lack of information coming from the government of Nicolás Maduro. Later on, they released a statement saying that this was an aggression perpetrated by the U.S., and according to the Venezuelan government, the sole purpose of this kinetic strike it was to gain control of Venezuelan oil resources. This ended up with the extraction of the leader of Venezuela, Nicolás Maduro, and also his wife, Cilia Flores. Here in Caracas, there's been moments of quiet. Most people have decided to remain at home, considering today's events. And also, some people have decided to go to the streets, mostly the supporters of Nicolás Maduro. We need to remember that the Maduro government were bracing for a situation like this for many months now. And the former leader of Venezuela, Nicolás Maduro, told his supporters that in case he was not present, the people should go out to the streets. Well, we are witnessing like small gatherings in Caracas mostly, and the majority of Venezuelans remain at home waiting what is going to happen in the coming hours.
We have about 45 seconds left. President Trump today said that the U.S. is going to be running Venezuela. Is there any evidence on the ground that the United States is now in charge?
No, there is no evidence so far. The Venezuelan Vice President Delcy Rodriguez appeared on television saying that she is running the country, that they are not happy with, of course, what happened, and they will not surrender. And they are calling this a kidnapping of the one and only legitimate president of Venezuela, that they will continue running the country. She appeared on television surrounded by members of the military forces and the main heads of the Maduro government, all loyals to Nicolás Maduro.
Mary Trini Mina with FSN, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
So it sounds like mostly the reaction does not appear to be particularly happy, you know. I will say that that's not surprising. I would maybe go one step and say Venezuelan diaspora that is here in the United States is probably extraordinarily happy about Maduro being taken out of power. But I think that those are two very different groups. One actively living under Maduro and the other long gone from under Maduro's control. Maybe if the U.S. supports the vice president and the military, there won't be a civil war or insurgency. Well, I'm guessing that basically what the Trump plan is to keep the current government in place as long as the now president of Venezuela, as long as she's willing to play ball and do whatever some kind of special operations group tells her to do. And if she doesn't do that, then they'll kidnap her or kill her too. And continue until they get someone compliant. Is there a plan? No, there's not a plan. We just watched that entire press conference. Their plan boils down into basically, well, we did it, and we're gonna have a group of people running things. That's almost verbatim what he said. We don't know who that group is. I'm speculating that it might be a group of hedge fund investors that the Wall Street Journal is reporting on, already planning a trip to Venezuela in March. But we genuinely don't know. And other than U.S. oil companies are going to do whatever the fuck they want, there seems to be no plan. So, yeah, this doesn't seem great at all for anyone involved. Now, again, I do want to say, what happens from here on out? Well, Maduro is being taken to a facility in New York City, the same holding facility that Sam Bankman-Fried was kept in. It has horrible human rights abuses that happen there, and the conditions are completely and utterly abysmal. They use it also as an ICE holding facility, and that's where he's going to be held throughout his trial, right? And the legal, again, to kind of reiterate the legal justification that they're going to try and use for this action, Mike Lee kind of shows the way that they want to take here. Essentially, let's see. Got off the phone with Secretary Rubio. He informed me that Nicolas Maduro has been arrested by U.S. personnel to stand trial on criminal charges in the United States, and that the kinetic action we saw tonight was deployed to protect and defend those executing the arrest warrant. So again, their entire argument here is that they sent DEA agents into Caracas, Venezuela, and well, they had to protect the DEA agents, so they had to deploy 6,000 sailors and Marines and the US Army and helicopters and 150 aircraft, and they had to kill some Venezuelan civilians and members of their military, and that was all necessary to execute the warrant. You see, that's going to be their argument, and I genuinely, I'm not a lawyer. That doesn't feel like it's going to hold up in court, and if it doesn't, it could very well have some pretty profound effects on the case of prosecuting Maduro. So they're going to try and argue, as Mike Lee does here, action likely falls within the president's inherent authority under Article 2 of the Constitution to protect U.S. personnel from an actual or imminent attack. And I'm sorry, it cannot be that Article 2 allows the US president to overstep Article 1 of his of the Constitution. That cannot be how this works. Because if it is, it effectively just allows the president to bypass Congress for any kind of military action. If all you have to do is send a cop in a DEA vest into another country, and that justifies sending 100,000 troops along with them to keep them safe, no, that can't possibly be how that works in any kind of sane system. No. Lee is arguing that if any U.S. personnel, i.e., a federal agent, for example, needs to go into another country to do their job, a job given to them by the federal government, then that authorizes the president to send the military along to protect them. That it's just yeah, no, I don't think this holds up. So send in one guy with a badge and then 10,000 soldiers with tanks behind him. I mean, that's essentially what we did, right? That's essentially like we sent like something like 20 battleships, warships from the US Navy, along with the world's largest aircraft carrier. We sent 150 aircraft. We sent unknown numbers of drones. We sent like thousands of soldiers. Again, this is all extraordinarily illegal. Like, even by the Trump administration standards. And keep in mind, okay, that the Maduro indictment, right, which we have here, is entirely contingent on him being the head of narco trafficking throughout all of Venezuela, which they're trying to basically pin like 200 tons of cocaine trafficked through the country onto him personally. Based on what? On some very tenuous claims. Yeah, narco terrorist organizations working in partnership with defendants. So they allege FARC. They allege ELN. They allege the Sinaloa cartel. They allege the Zetas. They allege Tren de Aragua. And yeah, I mean, like, it's some crazy shit. Let's see here. Nicolas Maduro, the defendant, like former President Chavez before him, participates in, perpetuates, and protects a culture of corruption in which powerful Venezuelan elites enrich themselves through drug trafficking and the protection of their partner drug traffickers. The profits of that illegal activity flow to corrupt rank-and-file civilian, military, and intelligence officials who operate in a patronage system run by those at the top, referred to as the Cartel de las Soles, or the Cartel of the Suns, a reference to the sun insignia affixed to the uniforms of high-ranking Venezuelan military officials. Venezuela sits in a geographically valuable location for drug traffickers with northern access to the Caribbean Sea via several large ports and western access to the mountainous regions of Colombia, where coca is grown and turned into the vast majority of the world's cocaine supply in jungle labs. Starting in 1999, Venezuela became a safe haven for drug traffickers willing to pay for protection and support corrupt Venezuelan civilian and military officials who operated outside the reach of Colombian law enforcement and armed forces bolstered by the United States anti-narcotics assistance. In that environment, cocaine trafficking flourished. Venezuelan officials and their family members, including Nicolas Maduro, the defendants partnered with narcotics traffickers and narco-terrorist groups who dispatched processed cocaine from Venezuela to the United States via transshipment points in the Caribbean and Central America, such as Honduras, Guatemala, and Mexico. In or about 2020, the State Department estimated that between 200 and 250 tons of cocaine were trafficked through Venezuela annually. The maritime shipments were shipped north from Venezuela's coastline using go-fast vessels, fishing boats, and container ships. Air shipments were often dispatched from clandestine airstrips, typically made of dirt or grass, and also formed commercial airports under the control of corrupt government and military officials. And they're alleging, well, he did the corruption, like he fostered the environment for all of this corruption and, indirectly profited and facilitated the growth of these groups. Here we go. Cocaine trafficking. They provided, the defendant, along with members of his family and other corrupt officials, provided law enforcement cover and logistical support for the transport of cocaine through Venezuela, with knowledge of their drug trafficking partners would move the cocaine north to the United States. see. Between 2006 and 2008, while acting as Venezuela's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Maduro sold Venezuelan diplomatic passports to individuals that Maduro knew were drug traffickers in order to assist traffickers seeking to move drug proceeds from Mexico to Venezuela under diplomatic cover. When the drug traffickers needed to move drug proceeds from Mexico back to Venezuela, Maduro facilitated the movement of private planes under diplomatic cover to ensure the flights received no scrutiny from law enforcement or the military. 2007, Celia attended a meeting where she accepted hundreds of thousands of dollars in bribes to broker a meeting between a large-scale drug trafficker and the director of Venezuela's National Anti-Drug Office. The drug trafficker later arranged to pay a monthly bribe to Rivero Torres, in addition to approximately $100,000 for each flight that was transporting cocaine to ensure the flight's safe passage, a portion of which was then paid to Flores de Maduro. Well, it'll be interesting to see all this attempt to play out in court and to see what kind of evidence they have. Because, oh boy, that is a long list of charges, and I'm not sure how much of this they can prove. Especially not with the caliber of lawyer the DOJ has at its disposal at this point. Now, who is going to be overseeing their case is going to be pretty important. And interestingly enough, we already know which judge is going to be overseeing Maduro's case. And it is a judge appointed by Bill Clinton named Alvin Hellerstein. And he's perhaps known for, back in April here, from the bench, Judge Alvin Hellerstein indicates he'll be extending a TRO barring removals of Venezuelans detained in the Southern District of New York under the Alien Enemies Act. Detailing horrific conditions at CCOT, he partly cited the likelihood of irreparable harm. What way is that to treat a human being? So, Alvin Hellerstein seems like a pretty reasonable judge here. These people are being thrown out of the country because they have tattoos. So it'll be interesting to see how this judge receives this case. Do they want Maduro to make it to trial, or could he get Epstein? If he was going to get killed, he would have been killed by now, number one. And number two, I would say that the likelihood is that they're going to put pressure on him to confess in order to save his wife and son, who are also indicted. And his wife is in custody. It's unknown at this time whether or not they have his son in custody. If they have both, like, they'll definitely be like, yeah, we'll drop charges against your wife and son if you plead guilty. So we'll see. But the entire method of acquiring him, I mean, if he is to be granted rights and due process in this country, then, like, surely the method of detaining him is going to come under a lot of scrutiny in this case. And of course, it also depends on what happens, and, like, Donald Trump's plans for Venezuela hinge very much now on whether or not Congress can pull back war powers from Donald Trump. And that is going to be voted on in Congress as soon as they get back on Monday. So we're going to see kind of where that goes. Because if Congress does claw back Donald Trump's ability to do this, then the gun to the head of Venezuela is effectively removed. And at that point, like, what happens then? It may be a UN charter violation. I know that Venezuela has called an emergency meeting of of the UN Security Council. We'll see. I do want to say here that the amount of money that they're looking to extract from Venezuela is significant. here is Maria Corina Machado, earlier last year, saying that her desire to privatize all of the nationalized companies in Venezuela would generate $1.7 trillion. And, we also have estimates of the oil field value in Venezuela as being up to like $17 trillion on its own. So when Donald Trump is talking about it being a very profitable endeavor, that's what he's talking about. He's talking about building the infrastructure and then reaping all of that money for himself and his rich crony friends. Right? And I'm guessing if they are able to install their own government, they would love to just have a smorgasbord of privatization to make, again, all of his wealthy friends even wealthier. And yeah. US has veto power, so what exactly can the UN do? I'm not entirely sure. I think it's just for Venezuela to plead its case and increase diplomatic pressure on the United States. But, we'll see. And that brings us finally, I just want to replay this part, because I was wondering, like, okay, who are they going to get to be in charge? If it's not Maria Corina Machado, like, she got thrown under the bus, I don't think it's Juan Guaido. Juan Guaido is, like, weirdly silent about all this. And Donald Trump is talking about it, this nebulous group. I literally think he's just going to send a bunch of hedge fund guys to, like, Banana Republic the entire thing, And we'll see if, like, that threat of force continues to exist past Monday, but it's not a good sign, and it's doubly not a good sign for all of the other imperial ambitions that the United States has been expressing under Donald Trump. Because while we've been talking quite a bit about Venezuela, justifiably so, this is unprecedented in our history. He's also saying a lot of crazy shit about Greenland again. Here. Danish PM strikes defiant tone on Greenland in New Year's speech as Trump rehashes annexation plans. We will stand firm. Never before have we increased our military strength so significantly so quickly, said Mette Frederiksen in a televised address to her nation. Let's see. Her theme was echoed by King Frederick X on his annual Christmas Eve address, who highlighted new military training programs and praised Greenlanders' strength and pride in a turbulent time. And, yeah. It's because of this. Greenland outraged after Trump appoints envoy to make country part of the United States. Yeah. Oh, God. It did not like doing full screen. But yeah, they appointed the governor of Louisiana to be the guy who's in charge of trying to get Greenland to want to be annexed by the United States, despite the fact that at least in Louisiana, governors can't hold multiple positions in the government, but I guess laws just don't matter to conservatives. Oddly enough, the Law and Order Party doesn't give a single shit about law or order. But I don't want Greenland? Yeah, but you don't understand. Peter Thiel wants Greenland. You don't understand. Like, these billionaire fucks, these network state, like, nut jobs, want their own little fiefdoms. And it wouldn't surprise me if in that group of like hedge fund guys that go down to Venezuela, if it even gets to that point, that it wouldn't surprise me if some of them were like network state billionaire types. You know, your Balaji Srinivasans, your Peter Thiels, your Jared Isaacsons. Like, these people have been salivating to get like their own little like piece of the world and then run it as little dictators. What they want, they've always wanted to be little dictators.
Go figure that the party of law and order is full of special victims.
Indeed. Enough to make up an entire unit, in fact. Sake Tanuki, thank you for the 5 tier 1 subs. I do appreciate you quite a bit. Yeah, they want to make their own little Randian utopias. They want to make their own little raptures. And like, guys, every single one of these projects has been just an absolute clusterfuck, because it turns out fascism is a bad idea even if you have a lot of money at the start of it. We have to do another deep dive into Balaji Srinivasan at some point, because it's becoming too on the nose. Like, we need to talk about it more, I guess, and more in depth. They know global warming is going to make Greenland important. I mean, that's part of it, but also because there's not a lot of people there and they can boss them around if they have a lot of money. You know? What's to stop Trump from using the military to stay in power? The military, for 1, and us for 2, and Congress and the courts for 3 and 4. Ideally, we don't have to do that, but part of the reason the No Kings protests have been a big deal is that it shows and demonstrates the amount of people power we have aligned with us, and the fact that it has grown, the fact that we are continuing to mobilize, the fact that Donald Trump is continuing to get less popular. Those are all pretty important things when it comes to, Donald Trump not being able to claw into power. Additionally, we just watched him try and speak for like an hour, and he's like slurring his words, and he ain't doing so hot. I'm pretty convinced that he has some pretty serious heart disease on top of some minor strokes over the past year, and I don't think he's physically doing well. So my prediction for the year is that he's not gonna make it, just of natural causes. But that's just me. And I think that once Trump is gone, like if Trump does kick the bucket early, I don't think JD Vance can like muster the same kind of widespread support. I just don't think I just don't think he can do it. For again, one pretty important reason that it always bears repeating. Here we go.
Oh, look! It's Couch Fucker! You gonna fuck a couch, buddy?
Outside of our street! Right here! Do not go past the couch!
There's another Ohio! Pussy boy! Pussy boy! Pussy boy! Pussy boy! Pussy boy! Go fuck the couch! Go fuck the couch, JD Vance! Go fuck the couch!
Look, I know it's not it's not like a high information argument here, but the fact that when I think of JD Vance, I think of Gonna fuck a couch, buddy. It just kind of shows that this stuff sticks to JD Vance in a way it just doesn't stick to Donald Trump. Like, the man can't even, like, riff about Thanksgiving with the troops. Like, he yelled at a bunch of troops during Thanksgiving about how they were all lying about liking turkey. He, like, he can't order donuts like an actual human being. Like, he goes, so you've been here long? But just give me whatever anyone else would get. Give me what a normal human would get. Like, he is the most rizless individual you could possibly imagine. And you can't just you can't just take Donald Trump out of the socket and then place JD Vance into the socket and have the cult of personality transfer. It just doesn't work that way. It's why Republicans during off-year elections have gotten their asses beat every single time. Because, like, Trump isn't on the ticket. Without Trump on the ticket, they're fucked. And they know it. It's why all of them still cling to him and his golden teat. So I just think, I don't think that Trump has the juice to do, January 6th to Electric Boogaloo. But he does have the ability to project power, apparently, and that is exactly what he did yesterday. And I think that brings us to the end of where we're at. That was a whole 4 hours of analysis, and I hope you guys got something out of that. And I guess this is the part where I say, if you did get something out of that, consider liking, commenting, subscribing, doing the things that help the channel grow. We hit over 20K last month, and my hope for this year is we hit 40K by the end of the year. And if we do better than that, even all the better. Happy New Year, everyone. What a day to start out doing politics again. And also, folks, join your local Dems, join your local DSA, because the only way we get out of this is by organizing together. It is not enough to simply know the correct political stances. It is not enough to simply show up and vote, every 2 or 4 years. We need to actually organize, and we need to actually go to the meetings. We need to actually show up. The more of us that do that, the better off we will all be, and the closer we will get to that world that we all deserve, where we are safe, where we are fed, where we are housed, and where we can do that which we would. Like, do the things we want to do to live a happy and healthy life. The pursue happiness bit of the promise of this nation. And all that being said, last but certainly not least, please check out ImageneOlivia.com. Gender euphoric lingerie designed from the ground up for trans femmes. And we tested it with cis men, cis women, non-binary folks. People love it. The designs are great. There should be new designs coming in the not so distant future at this point. New colors as well. So please check out ImageneOlivia.com. Should be a link down in the description. And yeah, I'm wearing it right now. It's super comfortable. With all that being said, let's keep on going. We did it! We made it through! Whew. How we doing? Also, folks, consider supporting with those subs, donos, memberships, super chats, etc., because you guys allow me to do this. And genuinely, the only reason that I got on to do politics today was because I knew you guys wanted to know my thoughts And I hope I gave you enough of them. Ooh, baby.
CBS was going
No, we're not doing you. We're not doing you. Get the fuck out of here. We're not doing you today. Thank you, Doc Davies. Four hours is plenty. Yeah, I'm fucking exhausted. Guys, I don't think stream is actually over. I mean, we have about an hour until I have to go. Chance for a link here in Twitch? Yeah, here you go, Summer Child.
Thanks for streaming today. Needed some community time.
It's me, Bingo. Thank you for the $5 dono, and I'm glad that this was helpful. Also, folks, we are now at 22 subs. Aunt Amy says Jack should play games. It's true! Maybe I'll play some Clair Obscur. I've been, I was denied my time yesterday. What is Clair Obscur? It's a fucking sweet-ass French indie game that I've really been enjoying. I need to go mod on a news channel. Can't wait to see what the trumpets will say today. Oh god, it's gonna be awful. It's gonna be so fucking gross. Oh god. Try that again. Go. It's very fresh. What got game of... Well, I bet Silksong got Game of the Year on Steam, right? That just seems correct. Now, I do have to say, yesterday I was really pissed off about my internet cutting out, so I did play a little bit off stream. I'm sorry. I killed a couple more weird little dudes.
Expedition 33 is the French showing they can still cook.
It's true. I went and fought Golgra. I haven't been here yet, though. Am I gonna do a gaming stream tomorrow? I don't know. Maybe. That was pretty cool.
That's where she used to paint and create.
Yeah.
A proper challenge.
Good night, Meowing Star. Last night was rough. I don't blame you. Choose your trial. Okay. Wait, is that Andy Serkis? It is! They got an absolutely, like, stacked cast.
Maximum damage.
Trial complete. Okay. So am I just, like, fighting all the dudes? Cause, like, I can fight all the dudes again. Choose your trial. Ooh, we got a boss.
You're outmatched.
Okay. How strong are you? Okay, he's pretty strong though. All right. Just kill these guys. There we go.
Lovely feet. Violence.
Oop.
Didn't really need it.
Oh, didn't get that one.
Let us stain.
There we go. What a stupid build.
Time to end this. Invigorating. My, what lovely feet.
I'll do it.
Oh no, not inverted. Ow. That hurt a lot though. Okay.
Maximum damage.
Maximum damage. Good night, Vox Syndicate. Neat. Does anyone know how many floors are in the Endless Tower? Maybe this person will tell me. Alicia, I must say you've surprised me. I didn't expect you and your friends to succeed. I certainly didn't expect the doppelganger to pull into his schemes. He was supposed to keep an eye on you, not recruit you. You did well. All that's left is for Renoir to clean up the canvas. How can you let him erase Verso's canvas? Alicia, don't be emotional. You know this is necessary. And spare me that drivel of how much this canvas means to you. I've spent far more time here than you. I painted half of this world with Verso. We went on adventures here while you sat reading in your room. I'm perfectly fine leaving Maman here to work out her sorrows. And if you insist on staying too, well, that's your choice. But the Renoir will not stand for it. And I need him to help me with the real conflict outside, not waste more of his time in here. Enough. I grow tired of repeating myself. Renoir will do what needs to be done. Why don't we have some fun instead? That sounds suspicious. Such a timid child. You mope around all day. Sad that you have no friends to play with. Yet you decline every invitation. I've really had enough. Play, don't play, I don't care. Explain the rules then. Do as you want. I've sketched some figures. Doodles, really. I believe your friends call them Nevrons. It's a creative name. I like it. Versa and I named this challenge the Gauntlet. Survive them all and I'll show you a true drawing. Come on, Alicia, have some fun. The Gauntlet lies within this canvas. Don't worry, death there isn't final. Every canvas has its own rules. I find death a boring outcome. Don't you, Alicia? Okay. Ten levels, but I think some levels have more rounds. Okay. Why am I still here? Because this game's cool as fuck. Endless, thus the description. No! Yay! A new poll had Dems plus 11 generic ballot for the midterms. That's pretty cool. Wait, I just did the same one again. Fuck. Atlas Intel has Dems up 16 points on the generic ballot? Jesus. Okay. Oh, look at this creepy thing. Ow.
Oh well.
Whee! Oh, I don't think Minoka's fought this weird guy. What's up with South Yemen declaring independence? Because Yemen has been embroiled in a civil war for a really long time. So South Yemen is effectively controlled by different forces than in the rest of Yemen. I think southern Yemen might be the UAE-controlled part, but I'm not sure about that. It's been a while since I looked at the map.
A storm is coming.
Maximum damage.
Did I get all the lamps? I think I got the lamps. Too soon to worry about generics. The Dems have plenty of ways to dork this up. True! I just wish...
It likes you.
I wish Democrats could be better, man. It's really frustrating to constantly have them fuck up. Quickly, if I get 10 subs right now, I will take one shot. I can't do a lot of alcohol because I need to go pick up my partner in like an hour. Let's see. What am I doing here? Y'all are right about the Dems. We're fucked. We're not fucked. Stop saying that. Like, I want Democrats to be better, and barring that, I want, like, our... I don't know. I want our Democrats to be better, and if we can't get better Democrats, then I want us to, like, oust those people out of the party. You know? Yeah, no, Trump has been promoting the Walls fraud conspiracy for a hot minute now, and we'll talk about that on a new day. I have a very long segment on the Nick Shirley fraud video that caused all this commotion. Ow. Okay, so we've got 3 different bosses here. That's pretty cool. Alright. Take out this guy first.
Let's have some fun.
He's trying to say Tim Walz had Melissa Hortman executed? That's fucking crazy, dog. This guy needs to be gone. Like, Grandpa doesn't know what's real anymore. He's getting, like, AI-generated bullshit fed to him, and he's going even more crazy. Oh, he's silenced. Fuck. Alright.
Chroma is flowing.
Your turn to shine.
Ow.
Take cover.
Fuck. Guys, stop it. Stop it, that hurts. Alright.
You're outmatched. Lovely feet. Slim taste of battle.
Oh, Gamer G, don't give me that level of hopium. Don't give me that level of hopium, my friend. Wait, did I not just do Trial 3? I did not.
Careful.
Fuck.
Just try it.
Why is that guy so in defeat? Cause he gets power from their feet. I guess. Somehow. Oh god, he's really strong. Okay.
Maximum damage.
Go.
Foolish.
Bow wow wow. Got him.
Let's carve
Yeah, you can call me Jess.
Chroma is flowing. A storm is coming. Thunder! Strike quick!
Energized.
Never mind, this is my favorite battle theme of all time. It's so good, right? Alright, tier 4. We're almost halfway there.
Your turn to shine.
Oh, look at this guy. Ow.
Cut him down.
The lighting here is chef's kiss. Isn't it cool? Like, all the little effects on the menu screens, I just love the presentation of this game so much.
My lovely feet.
Yeah, Lori and Test are cooked on this game.
The elements dance. Feel the embrace of fire.
You're outmatched. Cut him down. End of the line.
Let's go. For 2. Quick question: if we could change our national song to "God Bless America" or keep "Stars and Stripes," which would you choose? Probably "Stars and Stripes." Oh, the Borjan. Yeah, I'm gonna try and break this guy so he can't even eat one of us. What lovely feet.
Invigorating.
Chroma is flowing. Feel the embrace of fire.
There we go.
It likes you.
Damn, burned for almost 300,000 damage. Let's go.
Cut him down. Cut him down.
Stage 3. Yo, look at these weird little guys! Oh, shit. Okay. God, it's so gross. Look at them. Oh, man, I hate all of these. This guy's alright, though.
Let's carve a path. My, what lovely feet.
Oh God.
Careful now.
Whew.
Blue neck, careful.
Dunked.
Chroma is flowing.
Maximum damage.
You know what? I don't like this guy.
End of the line.
There we go. Okay, we're on stage 5.
Not
I just don't like God Bless America that much.
Lift. Didn't really need it.
Aw, shit.
Let's carve a path.
Okay, we're blighted now, thanks. I should kill this guy first, right? No, I should kill the extra guys.
I would have lived, but you're outmatched. Now's my favorite part.
See ya, Synthwave.
Let the ink flow. Now's our chance. Feel the embrace of fire.
There we go. Okay, so we are about... Well, we're halfway through, I think.
Your turn to dance. Your turn to dance. Invigorating. That's better.
Ow. Oh, okay. I didn't think he was gonna die that easily. Alright. We did it!
What lovely feet. Cut him down.
Oh, that's sick guitar solo though. Oh my god, it's so cool. This is like a gauntlet? Yes, it is in fact called the Gauntlet. Or the Eternal Tower or something like that. The Endless Tower. So, something like that.
Minoko.
Oh shit, one of these guys. Shit, dog. Alright. We should take out this guy. Okay, that's decent damage. Okay.
Your turn to shine.
Please let that be your turn.
Danger.
Nope. Alright. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Oh, okay.
Cut him down.
There we go. Break. Cool beans. And let's just kill it now. Fuck.
Your turn
Cool.
to dance. Let's cover path.
Cool.
Let's carve a path.
Did you guys catch that? That was the Lumiere motif? I didn't catch that. Really cool observation. This game is very layered in a way that pleases me greatly.
I am refreshed. Just try it.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty neat. You can do better.
There we go. Got some burn damage on him. There we go. Bonk time.
Your turn to dance. That's better. You're outmatched.
Ow. All right, time to do a lot of damage. Hell yeah! Oh, it heals you after every encounter. That's great. Stage 6, baby!
I'm ready. Watch out, Pinocchio.
Bow wow wow.
Cut him down.
Broken, baby!
Overflowing with energy.
Have you ever just wanted to drop kick a wall and defeat it? Yeah, me too. Feature's not written, as Park Rose says. True. She right though. Oh god. Oh, I have not encountered one of these guys before.
Maximum damage.
Maximum damage. There we go. Got a bonk.
chroma is flowing.
Cool.
Watch out, Minoko.
Oh well. Time to end this. Didn't really need it. Cut him down.
There we go. Broken.
Mayhem. Maximum damage.
Prisons should be like flying first class and be controlled by GLaDOS from Portal. That sounds like a bad idea. Although, I do like GLaDOS from Portal. Stage 6, Trial 3. Oh shit, it's a Gargant!
Get ready.
Shit.
Ready to strike. Cut him down.
Nice. Ice attack! I'm gonna skip this turn. Ow.
Energized. Oh well. Didn't really need it.
Woo! Get fucked!
Let's carve a path. Let's have some fun.
Let's have some fun indeed. Bastion, I'm glad you like men. Men are pretty cool. Okay, we're on stage 7. Just a little over leveled. Just a little. Just a tad. I'm still having fun with it, though. Is it endless? No, I think it goes to 10, someone said.
I'll do it.
Ready to strike. Ready to strike.
Boom, baby.
Roma is flowing.
Yeah, okay, so will absorb fire, that makes sense.
A storm is coming.
Skip my turn. Unleashes its full power. Oh no!
Watch out, Minoko. Take cover.
Your turn to shine. Minoko, get ready.
Careful, Verso.
Get ready. Maximum damage.
We did it!
Let's have some fun. Sweet.
That was not very effective. Let's see.
Cut him down.
There we go. Ice.
Why, yes, another dance.
Oh,
Ready to strike.
that was a strong spell.
Time to end this.
This guy is a toughie. There we go. Who's your trial? Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Incoming.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ow.
Not impressed.
Stop killing Lune.
That's better. Time to end this. turn to shine. Sweet.
Ow. God, that sax is going crazy. Fuck! The same exact attack chain. God damn it.
Let's carve a path.
Boom, baby.
Just try it.
Ow.
My, what lovely feet.
My, with lovely feet.
A proper challenge.
Okay, finally, I can do my moves.
Let the ink flow.
There we go. Jesus.
Cut him down.
Cool.
Liberating. Energized. My turn. Cut him down.
Nice. Wish YouTube chat could have this emote. I'm sorry, T-Lave. Okay. Do I have time for trial 3 of stage 7? I think I do. Okay. Ow. Fuck.
Take cover.
Jesus. Stop it. You're being so mean to Verso. Alright.
Ready to evade.
Fuck. God damn it. Okay, these guys are a little overwhelming, not gonna lie.
Time to end this.
go.
Get ready. Let's try it. Good stuff. Cut him down.
There we go.
Maximum damage.
There we go.
Your turn to shine.
Okay. Takes the fight seriously.
A bit of violence, yes.
Romance flowing.
Okay.
Chroma's flowing.
Alright, there we go. I think that will basically kill this guy. Excellent. Cool. Ooh, 6 more points to dole out. Don't mind if I do. Cool. Got 4 more points. 4 more points. At this point, I'm just going for filling out my skill tree. Ooh, I only need 1 more enemy to kill. Let's go. Oh, upgrade weapons. Yes. Don't mind if I do that. Cool. Okay, folks. I gotta go. Next time we'll finish up this tower and it'll be a good time. We'll see like what else is going on up here, because it looks like there were other things happening in here as well. Like what's going on with these paintings? I can't go check them out right now, but I'm gonna. Oof. Folks, thanks for having a good time with me. I know today sucked. Like a lot. Like a lot. And how's your heater holding up? Our heater's holding up great. We actually just had a guy out to check it to make sure it was going great, because it started making noises, but the ball bearings are fine. And I've got a little space heater in here, and that's working just fine. Just gotta remember to unplug it every time I finish up in here. Today was outrageous and concerning, to say the fucking least. Yeah. All right. This was my first full Riverboat Jack stream. It was nice. Thanks. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And you know, usually I do a lot more content, but not today. Wait, Jack, what's up? What's the stream plan this week? The stream plan this week? Well, my plan was to come back on either the 5th or the 6th. And then resume as normal. Why? Pew, pew, pew. Everything okay? Oh, just curious, considering current events. Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see how current events unfold. You know, maybe I'll be back tomorrow. Maybe I won't. I don't know. But my plan is either Monday or Tuesday. Cool glove. Thanks. They're hard to wear while streaming because of the need to type, and I can wear them and use a mouse, but it's not easy to type. But when I'm about to go out, so I'm gonna wear some gloves, keep my little fingies warm in the cold. And you might not think that these do much, but in the cold, having just a little bit of a warm layer between you and the steering wheel is really nice. All right, folks. Like, comment, subscribe, do the things. See y'all later. Bye.
What we need in the United States is not division. What we need in the United States is not hatred. What we need in the United States is not violence and lawlessness, but is love and wisdom and compassion toward one another.
We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. We'll walk hand in hand. We'll walk hand in hand. We'll walk hand in hand someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I still believe that we shall overcome We shall live in peace. We shall live in peace. We shall live in peace someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday.
that we shall overcome some.